Welcome back, friends. It's Friday, June 3rd, 2022, and I'm back at Park Ridge in Kings Canyon National Park for my 4th year as a fire lookout. My wife is joining me in the fire tower for the first time. I think she wanted to experience firsthand what all the hype is about when I'm up here. Porterville, Park Ridge, in service.
Park Ridge, Porterville.
Park Ridge.
Did you have traffic?
Affirmative. I'm in service.
Porterville copies in service at 0932.
Park Ridge. Ash Mountain Fire, Park Ridge, in service.
Copy, 932.
Park Ridge. Ash Mountain Fire, Park Ridge. Do you have traffic?
Park Ridge, disregard the last message.
Copy. One of the first things we do every morning is record the weather. We obtain the temperature, relative humidity, wind speed, and wind direction. We also log staffing information for fire agencies across the forest and national park.
Today's park-wide duty officer is Battalion 1. Engine 72 is available in park only, Grano +3. Helicopter 552 is in park only, Main +4. Crew 6 available in park only, Suarez +12. Units not unavailable at the Hume Lake. STF Engine 12, Division 13 has the duty. For aircraft at Porterville Air Attack Base, Air Attack 410 is unavailable. Tanker 76 is available. Tanker 78 available. Air Attack 501 available. Helitanker 3 Hotel Tango available. Helicopter 3 Romeo Charlie available.
This tower was in the path of the K&P complex fire last year. It had to be evacuated when the fire burned through Redwood Canyon and over Big Baldy, which you can see in the distance. Although it was mostly clear this morning, it doesn't look like we'll have any visibility this afternoon. That's unfortunate, because while I'm scanning the forest for smoke, I used the opportunity for area familiarization. I have to get reacquainted at the start of every season, and the season started 2 days ago at this lookout. This is the first time I've been completely surrounded by clouds while perched high above the forest. Thankfully, it didn't last too long and started clearing in the evening. As I said earlier, my wife joined me on this trip. After showing her the duties of a fire lookout, she read a book and worked on crossword puzzles.
And then do you want to put this through here?
Later, she decided to venture out and take a hike alone for the first time while I remained on duty.
It's your maiden voyage.
It is. Okay. I'll let you know when I get down to the bottom.
Okay, I love you.
Well, this is my maiden voyage for my first solo hike ever. I'm going to be taking the Park Ridge Trail to the Manzanita Trail that will lead me down to Grant Grove. Guessing it's approximately 3 miles one way. Should be fun, should be interesting. So that's the trail, that is the Manzanita Trail that's going to take me down to Grant Grove Village. And That's the trail sign. If I want to go to Azalea Trail, taking me to Bosonia. Or the trail that I just came from, which takes me to the Park Ridge Fire Tower. So, all good. Scenery is beautiful. Mountains in the background. Everywhere. Some of the mountains even still have snow on them. So this is about 0.8 miles approximately from the fire tower to this intersection, and I still have about a little over 2 miles to get to Grant Grove Village. All right, let's continue on with the adventure. So, coming into another intersection, it's the Manzanita Trail, Park Ridge Lookout, and Round Meadow Trail. So I'm going to continue on the Manzanita Trail and keep on with the adventure down to Grant Grove Village. So I have come to another intersection. So as you saw the sign, that's the Crystal Springs Campground, and here we are at the intersection where Park Ridge Fire Lookout's about 2.2 miles and Grant Grove is about 0.6 miles. So I've gone about 2.2 miles and continuing on to Grant Grove Village. Probably have some lunch, look around at the gift store. It's been a really nice day, a little bit overcast, a little bit of a breeze, which has been really great. Been seeing a lot of lizards and hearing a lot of the birds, seeing lots of ants. And that's pretty much it for wildlife viewing. I hope I don't run into any bears. So as I'm continuing on my adventure, solo adventure down to Grant Grove from the Park Ridge Fire Lookout, just making sure that I'm well prepared for this, having enough water, having some snacks. I have my trekking poles, GPS, as you can see, the InReach, borrowing from my husband, and yeah, making sure I occasionally look back on the trail, not only looking forward as I'm going, but also looking back to make sure I see where I have been. And along the way, I've kind of put some cairns out, marking the trail. Just make sure I stay on the right trail and don't get off track. So, getting pretty close to the Grant Grove Village. And that will be quite the feat, quite the adventure. So, continuing on, let you see some of this beautiful surroundings here. Wish you could smell the forest. It smells so good. All right, I made it. This is the trailhead for the Manzanita Trail, and this is where it leads you to. You continue down the road and it takes you right into Grant Grove Village, to the visitor center, the store, and other lodging. And this is the trail that I just came off from. So going to hang out here for a couple of hours, grab some lunch, and then I'm gonna hit the trail back to the Park Ridge Fire Tower Lookout.
My wife made it back to the fire tower safe and sound yesterday. We both went to bed early after making grilled cheese sandwiches for dinner. This morning, we awoke to the heat of the sun through the large glass windows of the tower. Good morning, honey.
Good morning, sweetie.
How did you sleep?
I slept good.
Did you see the stars?
I did. I saw the stars and I saw the city in the distance.
It was your first night sleeping in a fire tower.
Mm-hmm. Not so bad.
This is a better view of the burn scar on Big Baldy, off to the left, in the distance, and Redwood Mountain, up close. After our lookout was evacuated, firefighters used it to make a stand on the fast approaching wildfire. They started a backburn to protect the lookout tower, a nearby community, and Grant Grove Village in Kings Canyon National Park. I'm going to take a short stroll through the backburn to an area I used to frequent every morning before going in service. Watch the video in Season 3, Episode 21, on my channel to see the area before it burned.
Dirt across the road. Oh. Look at that.
Huh. Go figure.
I wasn't kidding about Mylar balloons landing in national parks. Now I just have to try and figure out how to get them down. Success.